Well, John, I guess Tier 3 advertising, you're saying it's not for the dogs?
It's not for the dogs unless you get a dog like this guy. This is Einstein. This is our dog. Einstein came to us, say hi to Flo, say hi to everybody. So he came to us through our Tier 3 advertising. This is how we met this guy. And he is now the mascot of the dealership. He's everybody's bud. I'm going to let him down. There you go. Okay.
All right, so, tell me, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3.
Tier 1, national advertising done strictly by the brand. They're the ones that push it out there. They have no control. It doesn't say Street Volkswagen or Hendrick Volkswagen or anybody, right? It's just strictly Volkswagen. Tier 2 would be your regional type advertising, and that would be your, see your local Texas, Volkswagen dealers, or see your local, even if it was Amarillo or if it was like Chicago. That's Tier 2. Then Tier 3 is your exact brand. That's doing everything to say Street Volkswagen, John Luciano, Joe Street, whatever it is. So that's the push there. Then what I call Tier 4 is the branding you do with your salespeople. We actually do a deal on their phones, and we build a lot that has to do with what's called build a brand. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Strictly building their brand, their worth to their friends and their family, and then putting it out on Facebook and Snapchat and Twitter and all the different avenues it can be do. Looking for reviews, Dealer Rater, all those local things. To me, that's all the Tier 3 that you do to build your brand. And we focus very heavily on that. For us, Tier 3 is all about community.
Sure.
What can we do in Amarillo? What can we build? How can I have one person, driving down the road, has car trouble, and thinks, wow, I got car trouble. I got to call John. I got to call Street Volkswagen. I got to call Flo. I got whoever it is. And that, Tier 3 is tough on the dealer side because it's very hard to actually prove the dollars. And you want to prove it by, well, we did a whole bunch of it and we didn't sell any cars during those 2 weeks. That's not Tier 3. Not for me anyway. Okay. Ours is building that so that we did a huge pet adoption where Einstein came from. Mm-hmm. And we invited them. They brought about 60 dogs. We got 35 or 36 of them adopted. I adopted Einstein. We had about 400 people through the store. We put it in the service drive. Employees adopted dogs. We all still have the dogs. And we've done that 4 times. What I can tell you is through the years of doing that, this will be our 5th one coming up soon. Through the years of doing that, you can't even imagine how many of those people that adopted those dogs are now our customers that came back. For me, all of Tier 3 is about you're driving down the road and the battery dies, or you take the car in somewhere to get fixed and they say, wow, it needs a transmission and I'm sorry, but it's $3,800. And you think in your mind, well, I'm just not going to fix it. I'm just going to go buy a new car. I want to be at the top of your mind where your mind says, oh, you know what? If you're thinking new car, we got to call John. We got to call Street Volkswagen. They do so much in the community. I was at this Heart Association deal and they were there. I was at the Power of Prayer and I was at the prayer breakfast. Wow, sponsored by Street Volkswagen Street Auto Group. Wow, I was at, whatever the event.
Right.
We do these little small bottles of water. Wait, I think I have one. Yeah, there we go. So we do these. They have our logo on them, right? It's got Street Volkswagen, little small deals. We buy them by the pallet. People come in all the time saying, hey, could you help us sponsor, our little event that's going on? It's not always about dollars. It's about helping them offset the cost of their event. So we ask them, do you need water for the event? Oh, yeah, we're going to be outdoors. We're going to be doing this. Great. How about if we give you 6 cases or 10 cases of water? That would be great. So it's not always about handing out money. Then we find out, hey, could we maybe have a couple of employees come and help you? Oh, my gosh, that would be great. We need somebody to take tickets at the counter, or we need somebody to do this. Great. Would there be an opportunity maybe at the front gate? Could we park a couple of cars? If I did a little bit more, we threw in a few bucks. Well, yeah, absolutely. Most people just don't ask. So now all of a sudden they're coming in the front door, 2 Volkswagens parked in the front. What's the first question? Why are these Volkswagens here? I'm done. Tier 3 advertising. I just want somebody to say, why are these Volkswagens here? Right? Point of mind. They see it. I'm just trying to build that subliminal spot that Volkswagen, they're good people, they sponsor the community, they live in the community, we should do business in the community. Buy local. I assure you, in your community, somehow or some way, you can tie into that. Buy here, buy now, buy local, whatever it is. Great program to be in.
I love that. Well, I'm glad you explained it that way, because I think many dealers, whether independent or franchise, I think those are the three elements that prevent them maybe from stepping into it. One is the personnel, the promotion, and the pennies, or the dollars, if you will. Two, but it sounds like there's ways to get started in it.
Yeah, you have somebody that works in your store that wants to do this. If you just ask around and you look for that person, they're probably already volunteering on the weekends. They're probably already doing something on the outside and would love to take it to the next level. Tier 3 advertising is good for everybody. Get out there, get in your community, be a part of it. Like I said, you don't have to take it to the extreme we have with 350 different events to be a part of, but our staff is crazy about it. Today alone, we'll have the staff working at the baseball game tonight, doing stuff. They talk about us a lot. We have cars on display. We have Martha's Second Chance Ball is tonight, so they're raising money for Martha's Home. There's Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights in Amarillo. There's always an event somewhere, somehow, something to go to. Great awareness, just a great city for what it does. And I assure you, it's going on in your city also. You're just not a part of it. But as we talked earlier, just make that connection. It's not always about money. It's not always about giving them a check. A lot of times they need some help. They need some manpower. We do a lot. We go cook. Some of these events, we go cook hamburgers, we go cook wings, and the staff is there. You set up your tent with your name on it. Once again, all of this is strictly for that recognition later on, down the road, when somebody is in need of assistance of a car dealership. I just want to be on their mind and say, let's give those guys a try. Look at everything they do. Love on your community, it'll love on you, I promise.
Well, that's great advice, John. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being on the Motormouth this week. And we'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
All right,
Einstein says bye, too.